Hey there, YouTube. Well, today I'm going to show you all this 2005 Volvo S60 2.5T all-wheel drive, which happens to be 200,000 miles young. A little bit unbelievable because the condition of this car is pretty good. Yeah, this model S60 happens to be a little bit higher up in the tree. There's a basic 2.5 liter model, which doesn't say anything, has a non-turbocharged 5-cylinder engine, can be had with a 5-speed manual. Then you step up to the 2.5T, and that's where you have a standard automatic, and it's a turbocharged 2.5 liter engine. And up next, the T5 model, bumps horsepower, of course. And lastly, the top range, S60R, which has a twin turbocharged 5-cylinder making 300 horsepower, and it can be had with either an automatic or a 6-speed manual. This one happens to make 208 horsepower. I know for To the Red Line I've said that I prefer making videos of cars that are at least 10 years old or older, but this happens to be one of those models that have been around for nearly a decade. First year of this commenced in 01, it was refreshed in 05. Aside from that, everything else remains identical from 01, 09 being the last. I really do like the form factor of this car. Such a small rear end, and it sort of swoops down almost like that of a coupe. And it's still a fresh looking car. It's just one of those designs that never look old. What makes it look old is the fact that it's been produced for so long. If you research online of the first few years, the 01 to 04 model taillights will look a little bit different, just darker. These are much more clear. It's massive. The way it opens, too. As soon as you burrow yourself in here, you can just see it's very deep and tall. You could fit the tallest objects. 60-40 split fold, just pull these handles here and just tumble the seat away, and you have a nice flat floor. Well, let me do that right now. There we go. Flat floor. Jack in the center, battery to the side here. Right on 215/55/16s, rear disc brakes, of course. Wow, this interior is just immaculate. Little signs of wear. Well, in the center here a tad, but that's expected. 200,000 mile car. Leather still nice and supple. Fresh looking interior. It does not look old at all. Everything is soft to the touch. Love the exposed stitching down below. Everything is padded, even inside the door pocket where you'll never touch at all. Power mirrors, left and right. Both front windows have auto up and down functions. Door locks, same button locks and unlocks the car, and window lock. Just like in my 98 S90, where you adjust the seat, memory seating, 3 settings, thigh support, back into the seat, backrest. This key fob may be broken. For some reason someone put scotch tape on it. Lock, unlock. This is an approach lamp. Unlatch the trunk in panic. Supposedly, if it weren't for that tape, you would have been able to push this button and the metal key would have popped out. Easy tour. I've owned an S60 before. My father also owned an 02 XC70. Or V70 XC and 02, that's what it was really called. Everything is just identical. Great quality interiors, very comfortable. It's as if you were sitting in a jumbo-sized catcher's mitt, and that's a good feeling. Backrest tugs your back, bottom section too, just a pillow. Lots of thigh support, high seating position. Everything is soft to the touch, whatever you put your hands on. Go over to the glove box. It's pretty large. One thing I always felt was a little bit clumsy was that they didn't use dual latches on this glove box, and all of these things just flap around. You see this? I hate that. And when you go over a large bump, that thing's going to be jiggling all over the place like Miley Cyrus twerking. Radio, in-dash CD, little pocket. Some of these came with a little pop-out cup holder where you could stick in a coffee mug or a tall drink. Very flimsy, but it worked. You have the dual zone automatic climate control, power outlets. This tumbles the headrest, just like in the Mercedes E-Class and C-Class. Once I push this button, just watch that headrest over there. Boop. Tap somebody on the head if they're just being a complete dumbass. Now this 5-speed automatic. I know my S60 had manual shift mode. These gearboxes gave trouble, but mainly because owners didn't change the transmission fluid. Volvo touted it as a lifetime fluid, which was complete bullshit, but every fluid has to be changed at some point, and it never remains the same no matter what the manufacturer says. Change your fluids at least every 30, 40, 50,000 miles and you'll be fine. Winter mode makes the car take off in second gear. Cup holders. This is very cheap here. It's bare plastic. The paint just comes right off. Very chitsy. So out of place considering everything else in this interior is good. Armrest is cushiony. Push this button, it will open up. It is creaky but sturdy. Center console is sure-footed. You won't find an aux jack or anything. This car doesn't have auxiliary. And you can fold the armrest back and rear passengers can use it as a tray, and that was pretty cool. There's buttons on each side to open this thing, so whatever the passenger or driver finds more comfortable. E-brake, steering wheel is nicely thick all the way around, it's leather wrapped, volume controls for the radio, cruise control, intermediate speed wipers. On the turn signal stock you have this little wheel and you'll get the average MPGs, distance to empty, and etc. This is the reset button, of course, and when you push this button you'll get more messages in case the car has like any messages that need to be displayed, like low washer fluid, low fuel, and etc. Panel dim functions, rear fogs, front fogs, unlatch the fuel filler lid. Car has daytime running lamps, but this is where you turn on the headlamps. Headliner is cushiony. There's dog hair stuck on there. Let me see if I can focus. Oh, it's visible. Open the sunroof. Everything works. Oh, have to hold it down, not automatic. And tilt, of course. Okay, there you go. Map lights on each side. Sun visors are shiny in some form, very sturdy. Mirror and vanity light. Rearview mirror doesn't dim, despite this being the thickest rearview mirror you could ever ask for. Mirror and vanity light on the driver's side. For some reason, the vanity light isn't working. Back seat, not the roomiest thing. I think that was the biggest downfalls when it came to the S60. Though materials on the door panel are very good. I do like the wood accents. Everything is just soft to the touch. Everything you put your hands on. Again, I have the seat adjusted to where I prefer, and you're going to see in a moment just how tight this is. Look at the front seat again. Yeah, legroom is just useless. My leg is just cramming here. I'm 6'1", and I would have had to scoot up to the point I'm uncomfortable to allow a passenger who's potentially 6 feet tall to sit comfortably back here. Power outlet right there. We should have an armrest with dual cup holders. And open this lid. Oh, 10 cents. I'm 10 cents richer today. Cushiony. And you have access to the trunk right there, but I believe you unlock it from inside of the trunk. Reading lights up above, and oh shit handles are all stationary throughout this car. I do love how the rear AC are on beat pillars. I find this a little bit better than having it on the center console. It blows directly into your face as opposed to the center console where the air has to push upwards versus over here it just has to shoot right at you. Oh wow. This breather hose for the oil is completely broken. Huh. The crankcase ventilation to this car isn't working as it should at all. All the vacuum and everything is escaping. Anyways, this engine, 208 horsepower and 236 foot-pounds of torque at 1500 RPM, so lots of instant torque right off the line. Well, the hood did shut with authority. I think some of these cars came with little nozzles to spray the headlamps, and these are plastic lenses. First few years of the S60 from 01 to 03 or 04 has glass lenses. Engine sounds good though. The windows closed. I always loved the way how the Volvo 5-cylinder sound. Engine does run smooth though, despite that hose being broken. Anyways guys, I just wanted to show you around this S60. It's been long requested since I've owned and sold my 01 S60 T5, never made a tour of it, sorry about that, but hey, here's this car and pretty much everything is identical. I do have lots of heart for the current generation S60, I think that's a very fine car. Anyways guys, thanks for watching and hope you all enjoyed this tour.